And I start with a burp. Hey guys, what's up? Alright, here we go. Top 10 games of the year, finally. If I can get this recorded and finished and processed by tonight, I hope. So yeah, before I want to preface this with, these are games that I personally experienced that I like. It doesn't mean that these games necessarily, doesn't mean that necessarily games that you feel that deserves a game of the year deserves to be game of the year is crap. You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. So these are my personal best experiences that are games that I've played this year. And just before I start, picked up Resident Evil 5. So, all right. I got a trade in, so it's like a $2, so not bad, huh? All right, so top 10 games of the year. Where do I start? Number 10, Battlefield 3 is number 10. Now, the reason why I chose Battlefield is because I know it's a military shooter, but I mean, it's a couple of things. One, it is a multiplayer. It's the most satisfying multiplayer I've ever played. And there are, obviously you have your team deathmatch and stuff like that, but this game has such an emphasis on, it has such an emphasis on teamwork. There's so many different vehicles you can use, and if you actually have a friend, you could drive the vehicle, and your friend could actually shoot at the same time. And just the realism when you're flying, you could actually fly these crazy jets. You know those fancy jets you see, these high profile military guys use. You get to use those things, and not only that, the realism of the graphics is awesome. And actually, according to Metacritic, it does look better on the PS3. It's just the team emphasis of this game is what really makes this game the best. Really good game. So Battlefield 3 is at number 10 of the best games. And, surprisingly, before, none of this game got no consideration for anything in Game of the Year. Like, Modern Warfare 3 actually, I think, won Best Game of the Year. Like, Best Shooter, I think. I'm not sure. From a lot of people, but it's so generic. I don't know. I probably will eventually get Modern Warfare 3, and then maybe I'll do a vid comparing those two. But anyways, stop joining on, my friends. Battlefield 3, number 10 game. Now, number 9. Rage. Number 9 is Rage. Now, the reason why I picked Rage for number 9 is because of the advanced AI, enemy AI, because it's just that they come at you. In a lot of games, what happens is that these guys stay in one spot, they don't run after you, and they stay where they are. In first-person shooters, this game they actually duck, they actually run after you, and they like slide on the walls, and they have creative ways of trying to attack you. And just the graphics of the game are just unique places that they take you to. And I guess the game's a little bit short, and it's not as open world. I wish it was more open world, this game, and that's probably why it's not higher on the list. So, yeah. I'm going to try to do this faster because I really want to get this video done. These are just my personal feels of the Game of the Year. So it's going to be a quick overview of why I think it's Game of the Year, and it's better than everything else. And these games to me stand out. Anyways, number 8. Dragon Age 2. Now, Dragon Age 2 was one of the most satisfying combat I've ever experienced. There was a second boss of the game where I just could not beat. Arashok. I don't know. You guys know what it is. If you play Dragon Age, you know what I'm talking about. So, I died like 20 times. But after figuring out the combat, like I figured out actually how you could pause and use, be able to use potions and on all your guys at the same time, and to learn what enemies to attack first. So if you have a mage, you try to get rid of the mages quicker because the mages are, they are more powerful magic, but they have less health. So you try to get those guys first. Then you try to get the big guys. And it really has an emphasis on strategy. I love the combat. It feels so much strategy into it. And after, they have these revival potions that you could use, and I felt you could craft and all that stuff and get more potions and stuff like that. It's just I love the characters of the game. I loved Anders and Fenris, and just awesome. It's a really all-around great game. The only thing that's keeping it from being on the top of the list, I really think, is just that there's, the locations are too much the same. You're pretty much going to the same kind of locations the whole time, but the combat is satisfying and it's extremely fun to me. One of the most satisfying experiences I think I've ever experienced on a video game. Maybe I can do this all 10 in this video. We'll see how it goes. But Dragon Age 2 and number 8. Now, I don't want to screw up, 7, Dead Island, for, obviously, the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. The reason why I picked Dead Island is because, It's just they combine two. Really, they combine two mechanics in the game. They combine your first-person shooter elements and your melee attacks, and you have these crazy weapons like machetes and knives, and the graphics are gorgeous and beautiful and lush, and you're never in the same place twice. And it has also a RPG type element where you're leveling up your character and you're leveling up your abilities and stuff like that. So it mixes a lot of different genres in one game, and I thought that was pretty unique and different. I really had a great time with that game, and yeah. So Dead Island at number 7. Now number 6 is Zelda Skyward Sword. Zelda, your typical Zelda game. What are you going to say? I mean, I really thought that the boss battles were the best part of this game. I really did. Some of the best boss battle experiences, I think, ever in a video game. Not in a video game, but Zelda, The last boss, I really enjoyed it. The last boss, essentially, is you have to use first you have to sort of like anticipate which way, because the whole game is emphasized around the Wiimote. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of anticipate which way he's going to strike his sword. And obviously you have to do a ton of damage until he gets. There's 2 phases of this boss, and the next one is he has to use his electricity on his sword to try to stun you. So if you do a skyward strike, you get the electricity, you knock him down and get him. It's just fun, and I had a hard time with that boss. It was just a really cool and unique boss. So I guess he's redheaded. It sort of looks like something that came out of Dragon Ball Z. It was really awesome, really kind of different with Zelda games. And a lot of the boss battles, you have this one big arena essentially. And you fight the boss. But this game, you kind of have like some sequence where you're running away from the boss, and there's a couple rooms before the boss, and that's smaller. Like, for instance, the second boss of the game, you have to roll. That's like a different mechanic. You have to roll down the bomb, and you have to stun it, and then, obviously strike it with your sword, and then blow it up. So, yeah, and obviously it's this dungeon design. This was the last one. You have to maneuver around the rooms, which is not original. It was in God of War. They sort of had that same kind of mechanic, but obviously I think another part that's the best about Zelda Skyward Sword is its music. It just has an awesome and epic type of feel. And to be honest, I mean, I really would like to see voice acting in Zelda, which as you saw in my other video. But it's just the way they're able to convey an emotional message without voice acting, I think is really brilliant. And the graphics are sort of unique. It kind of had like a cartoony / sophisticated Ocarina of Time feel, which was really good. And I really liked the dungeons of this game too. I had problems with the games. There's certain issues with the games. That's why it's not higher on my list. But yeah, Zelda Skyward Sword at number 6 of my top 10 games of the year. Now we're getting up to number 6, which is Zelda Skyward Sword. All right, I'm gonna split this into 2 videos. I mean, Zelda Skyward Sword. Sorry, guys. Number 5, actually. I'm up to. So I'm going to do it. This is the last one. And then tomorrow I'll do the next 5. Stay tuned, actually. So number 5 is Dead Space 2. I played the first Dead Space, by the way. And, I mean, you're basically going through the same locations and everything. The gameplay felt really slow because they didn't give you any ammo. But this game, it's just the mood of the game. There's one part of the game when you have this needle and you're going like this and you're trying to kill yourself because this guy has illusions of his girlfriend from the previous game. And even the last part you're fighting your girlfriend, basically. It's really like I think actually it's really the mark. That's why they destroy the markers. And, yeah, it's amazing. So it's trying to get inside of it. And also there's one part where you have to stick this needle inside the center of your eye, the pupil. That was like, ugh. And just the mood, especially the Church of Unitology, with all the exhibits and how they were talking about we have to become one with the Necromorphs. I mean, you have to experience it, obviously, so it's pretty freaky. It is scary. And if you don't believe me I played these games, I'll just show you my trophy list, by the way. Yeah, so awesome game. So yeah, that's my first 5 games. Stay tuned for the top 5. I'm not gonna do like a video of the first 3 and then and then have the 2 and no, I'm just gonna make it one video and then that's it. So anyways, guys, that is my top 5. That's my bottom 5. Next 5 will come tomorrow, God willing. So, and for those who are not religious, tomorrow, okay? Alright, take care, guys. See you later.